We do have artillery something coming on in. Hold on. Oh, close air support. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 here, bringing you another CH2 replay. This is a 4v4 on White Ball Express. We got ourselves AGS, Apu, Apode, Chris, Kulan, High, Kudar, and Six Rocket. Probably butchering a lot of those names, but that doesn't matter. We have 2 Austere, 2 OKW, 2 British, and 2 USF. Sorry, Soviets not allowed this game. Anyway, if you want to submit a game with a Soviet player, you can do so via greyshotproductions@gmail.com. Make sure you have the attachment, your name, the information regarding the replay, stuff like that, and I will gladly take a look. But anyway, let's get to this game, shall we? Already, British forces putting a lot of good shots in Sturms, but they closed the gap. Probably been better maybe to back on up, because Sturms, especially in that cover, definitely overwhelmed him. British getting some good shots on the Sturms, although, and should be able to push them back. Again, keep range. Luckily, Riflemen are backing them up. We do have some Pioneers over on the other side. Lots of MGs being developed and brought to the front. Same thing a little bit with AGS. Oh, by the way, the Germans have already picked doctrines. Storm Doctrine, really good support in airstrikes. Luftwaffe, a lot of airstrikes included. Wow, okay, hold on. More Luftwaffe. So yeah, we have airstrikes and also infantry with some more airstrikes. And then Chris, which is more airstrikes. I'm fully expecting German air support and air supremacy. We got British artillery, we got some good support units, and some airborne. MG's currently guarding. Nice flank with the infantry section, though Grenadiers might put a dent in that little attack plan. Again, right now we have IR Pathfinders as well, putting a lot of pressure on him. MG retreating, so at least they got something. But unfortunately, Pioneers and Grenadiers did kill him, so not so much. Though, again, we have IR Pathfinders. And again, IR, because, well, they can drop down some artillery. Now, to be fair, the Allies are nowhere near having enough munitions to call that in, but that is possible in the future for them to just call it in and neutralize these MGs very, very quickly. But unfortunately, with the combo of going heavy MG focus, the Americans are going to have a lot of issues. Same thing with the Brits until they get something. And yeah, High is taking a lot of casualties. Actually, let's double check playtime real quick. Very good for the Axis. Allies, also pretty good. So overall, at least these guys have some playtime. So if they mess up, we can openly criticize them. Like, again, retreat here. AGS saying LOL about something. Unsure what. I guess they're just laughing in general. Universal Carrier putting pressure on the Volk squad. No building yet, so no Panzerfaust. And Pioneers grabbing the left-hand side. VP points, again, kind of mixed back and forth. Poor worker. What are you talking about? I have no idea. I'm assuming on the right, maybe? Maybe the Echelon that died, which again, he should have retreated. He's also retreating Universal Carrier, about to be Panzerfaust if he doesn't get the heck back. Well, that was a hell of a delay. Vickers machine gun about to be developed for, which is going to suck because I think another, oh god, another Panzerfaust is going to hit it, isn't it? Run, Universal Carrier, run! He's trying to escape, but there's no escape from these Grenadiers coming down both flanks. Oh, he's going to, I think they'll just shoot it to death. Dude, I think you're looking the wrong way. That gun, oh, he's out of control now. I say, usually you have the machine gun face the enemy, not, you know, run away from it. But we'll see how things progress in this game. Grenadiers decapping the point over there. Infantry section grabbing over here. Universal Carrier not doing too bad. They're, again, kind of guarding this area. At least the Allies do have a fuel point. British putting down a mortar pit in Vickers, so at least they're trying to lock down mid. Again, grabbing the VP probably wouldn't hurt, but here's an MG right here, and that can be its own separate issue. Half-track being developed, so it looks like he did rush for some, well, light armor. Hey, not a bad strategy, especially if you can get the flame spurts out. And by God, he has just enough munitions for that to happen. So good for him. He's going to literally set the map on fire. Oh, boy. Meanwhile, we do have a small counterattack by the American forces. Hopefully, he does a lot better than how he initially did. Medic facility going on over here. So far, the other OKW player has yet to build another facility. Panzer Grenadiers moving on in. And again, backed up by MGs. The Germans should be able to lock this territory down. Nice job with the Vickers, at least pushing them back. Although, again, we have now Pioneers really trying to put pressure on those rail engineers that are being suppressed by this MG over here. So Again, not too shabby. Again, small attack on left, Lieutenant. No cover fighting Sturms. It's going to be a close fight, but I think with the Rifleman, the Sturms will have to fall back overall. Oh, no, Lieutenant as well. Damn. Oh, wait, no, there's a medic right here. So, again, he doesn't have to retreat. He just needs to literally walk backwards a few feet, and he's fine. Huge blob of German forces over here. By God. And again, Jaeger Infantry Squad's very good long range. Definitely need to worry about, let's say, very specifically, well, they're 4-man squads, so I would say snipers and or just heavy anti-infantry fire. Because, yeah, they're pretty good on the attack. I just find their defense, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I find their defense capabilities not great. But again, maybe just increased veterancy and that changes things. Anyway, what I can say is the flamethrower currently burning the Universal Carrier alive. Probably not great. Probably not great. AT grenade hopefully hitting this thing, which might get it close enough to death. Nope, another half track coming on in. Another flamethrower. By God, the Germans like, okay, what if we just burned... Oh, that Universal Carrier is just taking so much heat. Literally, it's taking double flames. And, yeah. It might die from fire. Literally fire. So, hey, good job with the flamethrower on this thing. It's doing a lot of work. And currently taking a lot of hits, but it is backing on up. Vickers, again, nicely done, trying to put as much pressure as possible. Also, IR Pathfinders, again, up to veterancy 1 with 4 kills. Did he kill any MGs with strike? Nope, no artillery strikes yet, though he has munitions for it. Big old blob over here. Again, something you do have to worry about. I know with the Soviets, again, it's easier to get mines and demos, but the British have mines, and the Americans can have the ability to get mines, depending on the doctrine. Right now, they... some of them have picked doctrines that aren't suitable for that, but again, we checked over on... Wait, no, actually they have... Well, actually I take that back. Assault engineers can place demos and mines, so bada bing, bada boom. AC on the field, but Raketenwerfer deployed. Definitely gonna need to keep that sucker back. American forces might be able to get a squad wipe here. That'll be a nice little win if they can focus fire on it. They are trying to, but again, we got the Jaeger squads trying to counterattack. Lost squads are being pushed back all across the board, and the Jaeger squads are doing what they can, but riflemen are coming in just trying to stop them, and they are falling back around the corridors, so not too shabby. Americans, and at the very least, the British are bringing up vehicles. We have a Stuart coming on in. We have the AC, again, Universal Carrier. They have enough light vehicles. I think they can keep the pressure if the AT stays back, and or no AT is present. Possible Panzerfaust inbound, and that's exactly what's going to happen. But doing that actually might cost him the men, so Chris... very lucky if he can get him out. Echelons, come on, you can do this. Oh my God, half track would be seriously close to the front. Luckily, this is crippled, but by God, he would have to worry. Half track coming on in, a small low task force by AGS as well coming on in. We have a cache going down, but again, I feel like Quinlan or Kraken, you really need to guard your side. Both are going down, not too badly placed, so it is a little farther back than probably wanted. I would move it up here, but I get why he's not doing that. He wants to make sure it's set up. AC going after the half track. Can we get a kill here? By God, AC. Nice shot. We knocked that sucker out and neutralized it. There's another AC on the other side, but yeah, he's pulling back out after taking some PyroShark fire. Again, forces are pulling back slightly while the Stuart is peppering that MG. It did activate armor-piercing rounds, but I think there's too much infantry here. He's going to need to pull on back. Germans doing a decent job trying to defend and trying to, like, push the allies, but I think they may have been a little too cocky. But at least right now they did bring up a Pack 40. Only counterpoint would be the infantry section that's just going to start, you know, wailing on it. And your infantry is just still chilling in the back. Panzer headquarters being developed. At least you're keeping their attention over here and not to the very important building on the other side. AC firing through, gets a great shot. Pack 40 would need to fire directly through. Panzer Grenadiers as well, trying to line up the shot. Do get hits, and a bundle grenade is thrown. 2 models right there. Smoke is pretty much being removed. Nice shot. Half track barely alive. A lot of forces all together over here. Again, I feel like the American forces should be just moving over here and capturing territory. They could easily drop smoke and kind of move through if they had the ability to. And again, he does. So why he's not doing it, I don't know. Concentration barrage is in effect somewhere. I don't know where, but we'll just follow the heavy ordnance coming on in. Panzer II is developed. Not bad idea to fight some of the infantry that the allies are bringing in. But looks... Why the fuck would you build a... Okay. I get why, but still. Jesus, the positioning. Because someone could get here and throw grenades and the Beaufort couldn't do anything. Anyway, with the mortar pit, I feel like a lot of these guys are going to take a lot of fire. Hopefully he can bring up an MG or something. He's losing a lot of his frontline men, or pretty much Vickers and everything across the board. Maybe grab the MG42 over here, you know, do something. Unfortunately, Chris is bringing up a huge infantry force. Again, definitely taking a few scrapes, but at least Chris is trying to keep things together and has a ton of manpower, all things considered. So maybe we see some artillery being developed, hopefully to break the Sim City that's currently going down. Commandos in place, so that means one thing, mobile assaults, not a bad idea. Again, you also bring up the mattress, and by God, I could see a couple of good targets for a lot of rockets to currently smack into the side. Universal Carrier backing on up, but up to almost Verity 3 with 9 kills. Can we get 10? Come on, 10 kills. Alright, at least you got Verity 3. Oh my God. Universal Carrier under fire, though, by the Panzer headquarters. Why are you advancing? Stop it. Alright. Anyway. Cash go down by Cooter. So, wait. Yeah, Cooder? Sure, whatever. Anyway, AT being made by Chris. Again, always wanted it a little bit earlier, but that's fine. You're at least doing very well. Stuka being developed, so we can see here, Abode is trying to go with a heavy sort of like mechanized focus with the Panzer II and the Stuka. I wouldn't expect anything else. Maybe a medical, but not too much else. Again, at least the American forces have here, and they have left. So the Allies have slowly come back over the course of some key battles. Population-wise, though, they're still in the probably mid-40s, while the Axis are actually also in the mid-40s, so they've taken a lot of hits too. Panzer headquarters hitting this. Let's see, Panzer IV being developed. That's going to be at like 12.5 minutes. That's pretty early. And yeah, like 6 rocket doesn't have a major form of AT. Same thing with this Brit player. They need a 6-pounder or something to really combat air. We have recon going overhead. By God, they did a. We have a consistent one, and we have one just doing a smoke pass. Most likely dropping smoke maybe to force the infantry in. Fortunately, did miss, so unsure about that. Anyway, at least AT is being developed. Also, mines being placed by the Brits. Not bad ideas. Double Pack 40 as well to prevent allied, like, armor from really doing anything. Plane crashes in the back. Stuka firing, destroying the trench, I think that was over here. And unfortunately, knocking out the Universal Carrier, which is a huge blow. Because, well, that thing was not too shabby. Not too shabby whatsoever. Anyway, we do have a possible push going on by the American player over here. Again, something came down. I'm assuming maybe artillery strikes. He moved out of the way. Unsure. Smoke, though, did come down, allowing the captain to move on in. Half-track trying to put shots. Yeah, okay. Yeah, M1 needed to be up a little bit sooner, but, hey, at least it's up now. Hopefully, putting some shots on the half-track. If not, move it the fuck up. They at least point shots on the MG, slowly wearing it down. Try to build a bunker in the meantime. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. Artillery just annihilates. Someone's not paying attention to the half-track. Good artillery strike. And by God, he can activate another. And he does. And that's going to be a lot of manpower down the drain. Especially if he doesn't move the Pioneers. At least he moved the Pioneers. Never mind. The Pioneers still got smacked. And yeah, Panzer II pushing back the Pathfinders. And but the Allies did capture the fuel, so that's double fuel for the Allies right now. Stuart going in like a champ. Oh my God, yes. Engine has been crippled. Stuart doing what it can to fight another day. And it's going back on up. Hopefully gets out of there. Does, barely. And it's in the 6-pounders doing a lot of fine work on the enemy. Oh my God, Panzer IV super weak. But they remember they need another shot, actually 2 shots probably, to kill it. And I don't think they have that final, like, finishing blow to really do that. Axis forces coming in like a goddamn, was it Asian murder horde swarm on a beehive. It's astounding. By the way, I bring that up just because they found one. Again, they need to make a colony, but by God, they did find one, which is like, oof, not great. Anyway, Stu going in on the mortar pit. Bad idea. Unfortunately, 6-pounder neutralized by the Panzer Grenadiers, and while the Stug is knocked out, now the AEC has to worry about this. Look! Oh, wait, alright, I was going to say, did he drop smoke? No, he dropped fire. He's going to direct fire. Misses target. AEC needs to get the hell out of there. I think he's... Is he trapped? I think he's trapped on the dead body. That's... Oh, he is trying to shoot it, try to get out. Oh my God, I'm actually rooting for this guy now. Nice fire, by the way. Killed the mortar pit. Oh my God, and the Bofor comes in to wreck house on the Panzer Grenadier squad. Really great job right there. As well as the Germans are losing on the right-hand side a little bit. They've definitely taken some scrapes. Panzer Grenadiers will take the point. But AGS is now going to get Panzerwerfer. He's at least upgraded to the Heavy Panzer Corps. Allies look like they're going to take mid. I'm seeing like a hodgepodge of like Ocwieja, Stuka, Panzer II, Chris, Panzer IV is at least being healed. Planes are crashing all over the map, so yeah, the German Air Force is not doing as great as it probably really wants to. Meanwhile, we have the Panzer IV. It looks like maybe under fire. No, the AT gun's under fire. They dropped smoke here from the British to hopefully capture this point. Not a bad idea. We have recon via the Royal Artillery, so not too shabby. Ocwieja pushing into mid. They need something major. Bofer is there. That'll do something. They need a major form of AT. AC unfortunately died, which is very unfortunate. Is that another airstrike? I swear to God. It is fire. They're dropping fire. I'm assuming also seeing the MG, which would be a good strafe. And yeah, there goes another plane. So, yeah, if you thought the Battle of Britain was a big loss for the German Air Force, it looks like this random battle is going to be costing them a hell of a lot of men in the sky, or pilots. But, Packs are here, backed by a Panzer II. Do they have an MG anywhere? Okay, the MG is still over here. The others have died. And yeah, they're being driven back. Luckily, there's still like artillery and some support, but you have to be very, very careful. For a second there, I thought it was a major, and then it's like, nope, it's a stick. It's a stick that kind of reminds me of the major's like radio beacon. Anyway, Stewart is back up on the front. And we also have a decent infantry force by 6 Rocket. Alright, let's see right now. Panzer II, though, is putting pressure. Oh my god, nice bundle grenade with the Panzer Grenadier stopping that retreat. Fallschirmjägers as well being upgraded to hold the front, and not too shabby. A very nice mix of infantry right there. Close range, long range, you name it. And half-track and AT gun opening fire. AT gun, vehicles, priority. That's probably what you want to go. Just saying. Anyway, we do have a push coming on in. Mattress coming down somewhere. I don't know where. Mattress, I feel like you're supposed to hit the enemy. Oh, he's heading over here. Oh, they killed the Panzer. Oh, no. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so Chris is being pushed back pretty hard. Good job on both the American and Brit player. If they kill the Ford medical base as well, that's a huge blow. Because not only do you lose Panzer headquarters, so guess what? No more armor anytime soon. But you kill that, and you kill the forward base, allowing for probably the left-hand side to be a little more open, at the very least. And yeah, they're going to do that. They're going to make sure Chris has to go all the way back to base, which, if that allows the Brit to really focus over here, I think that's a necessity. Because right now we can kind of see, yeah, the allies that were supposed to be helping Chris is currently elsewhere. Oh my god, Panzer IV just being annihilated by a lot of those AT shots. Oh wait, bounce? Maybe lucky? Can we get out of there? Oh my god, another bounce. Alright, Panzer IV gets the heck out. Panzer headquarters being developed further back, just trying to hold the line. I don't blame it. Stuka being called in on a lot of the allied forces, but they dodge a good chunk of it. But the Axis did break mid, and that's a huge loss for the allies. They need that position back really, really bad, because again, they need the munitions. That kind of helps them out. And for calling in airstrikes and such. Otherwise, the allies will continue to be subject. Why the hell? What? Okay. At least you pushed them back. I'll say that. At least it was a denial effort, but they're coming right back, so you better be ready. Not, you know, sending. What the hell is with that man? Oh my god. Is it? Oh no. He tried to look through the barrel and he got stuck. Don't worry, sir. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Someone, Pan's Warfare, if you could just, there we go. There we go. Oh, he's still alive. God damn it. I was really hoping to be put out of his misery. Anyway, Sherman trying to execute these German forces, and by God, someone put a bullet in this man. Oh, thank God. Now only his arm's stuck in there, not his head. Anyway, Sherman just barely making it out. Oh, Jagdpanzer, never mind. He's gonna die unless he drops smoke. We have airstrikes going on left-hand side, denying additional forces pushing on in. And, yeah, don't know why the M1 was so far up, unless he was trying to hit this. Looks like he was, but bit of an overextension on 6 Rocket's part. Speaking of which, Jagdpanzer advancing, gets the kill, and this unit dies. The question is, does 6 Rocket have anything else? Not 6 Rocket, Kraken have anything else? No. So that's going to leave his, you know, second, yeah, and he doesn't have much either. So yeah, Kraken and High are kind of falling apart. Meanwhile, we got Kudar and 6 Rocket actually keeping things relatively together. but this could be a domino effect. At the very least, hopefully this means that Apu kind of brings over a lot more forces and kind of helps deal with a lot of the American players on the left, because they've thoroughly dealt with the Allies on the right, although the Allies could easily recruit a lot of these weapons, and yeah, that would be pretty bad. And also, it looks like they saw an AT gun from the Germans, which is equally bad. Bofer as well going down to hopefully hold the fuel. Oh my god, really? Alright, Mattress opening fire on this position. It's kind of spread out. It'll definitely do damage, but I think you'd either A, need to move it up a little more, or B, focus on more of a blob. Demo weirdly placed. I think they're hoping that they won't see it because it's on the blue point. Nice bundle grenade. He knocked out the AT. Let's see. Infantry section trying to hold the line, but he still got the Fallschirmjägers, and now he has 3 of the suckers and a giant blob of them. That's a perfect target for the Mattress. Panzerwerfer opening fire. Great kill right there with the bundle grenade. Alright. Centaur putting pressure. Hopefully they get the Fallschirmjäger. Come on. No. Even though they did run into the Panzer Grenadier, they're relatively fine. Now this, wow, okay, Vet 3 Stewart, my god. Alright, Chris is still being kept back, relatively speaking. He did upgrade the Panzer headquarters, so that's good. He has a lot of manpower, which is weird. You figure maybe get support guns or AT guns or something. Panzer headquarters at least keeping him back. Firefly, they're just trying to kill this guy as much as possible. We still have artillery now being developed by EGS to really break the enemy, and a lot of Panzerwerfers. If they can target those things, by god, they could inflict some heavy casualties. But that's also a major problem. Oh, wait. Oh, damn it, the Steward died. Why do I always jinx things? But yeah, it's a major concern because of the fact that if they can dive the lines and really get it, I mean, there's a perfect example of how to do it. You drop smoke here and you get through, or, you know, you push over on this end, but I think this might be a little more contained for the Axis because they have so many forces trying to contain a attempted breakthrough. Grenadiers and Panzer Grenadiers at least knock out the 50 cal, but although additional infantry could pick it up. Airstrikes coming on down, by god. Yep, airborne assault. Also, I think fire's about to hit. Nope. He did call down fire somewhere. I just don't know where. Probably somewhere over here. Anyway, at the very least, you're gaining your men back. Sure. Oh, boy. Jaeger light infantry trying to hold AT grenade. I'm sorry, not AT grenade. Normal grenade does a decent amount of damage. The Jaeger squad's trying to hold the line, and they're getting some good shots across the board. M1 really trying to kill that thing, but luckily a Panther's coming in to save the day. And maybe, well, we'll see if they can kill it. Anyway, nice job with the captain, forcing it back. Meanwhile, additional AT is moving on in. I was going to say this one, but it's Mattress, although they can always recruit this one. Oswin being hit, but they neutralized the AT gun. I think in the same fucking spot it was before, if I'm not mistaken. By god. Match opening fire, but again, very tricky with smaller groups because, again, they're aiming where they were, not where they are. Luckily, the Mattress is hurting the Panther a little bit. Not much, but it does take some health off. Also, fire's coming down. Stuka Bomb knocks out more. That's 3 support equipment now decrewed. And that's still, even with all that decrewed, not enough for the Panther just to walk on in. Yeah, overall, that Panther is going to need to pull back, like, now. Luckily, he does manage to. Panzerwerfer coming on in. Oh my god, that was a massive hit across the board. Luckily, it's 3 men. I think you should be fine to get in. I think you need, what, 3, right? And you can get in. I think it's comes with 4. Oh my god, come on, get those hits. Why are you... Of all the things to charge with, yes, we're going to charge with a goddamn Centaur. Alright, you need to kill at least 2 more of those things to, you know, do it. Getting the Oswind, I feel like you need to hit something else. Starts with an S, ends with an A, but nope. You just wasted 2 Stukas, and now you have no army. I'm surprised. How are the Germans not dominating right now? Like, High is worthless as a teammate right now for that sacrifice. Get a Cromwell. Fun fact: you can move a lot quick. You move a little quicker. You can drop smoke, and even better, you can just fire 1 shot at the unit and it immediately gets neutralized. Just point that out. Anyway, big old push over here, and yes, 6 rockets gonna have a hell of a time. Recon is, oh sorry, smoke is being dropped. Commando's trying to hold, throws grenade. I mean, there's a lot of targets right there, and someone's not paying attention. Gets a lot of good hits. Commandos falling on back after some needed veterancy. Jackson just staying far back and just popping shots. Not a bad idea. Alright, Firefly is definitely needed repairs. And yeah, the Stoogs retreat. Luckily, our engineers grabbed the point, and they did escape, thank God. Also, the Allies did take mid. I'm seeing, look, I'm not saying the Allies are bad. At the very least, I'll say Kraken at least is a decent army. But, oh my God. A lot of howitzers right now. A lot of howitzers. Maybe armor could be good. I'm pointing that out, you know, just saying. But yeah, right now the Allies are somehow still holding a lot of these VPs. And I'm assuming it's just because of Sixrog and Kudar's forces doing a lot. Plus, again, you got Kraken now a little bit. So, you really need to be more of a team player and help out. Like, don't charge unless you have a plan. Like, think of, like, I don't know, calling a 240 howitzer barrage and all of them while they're all grouped up. Or, you know, the cluster bombs to kind of keep them grouped up and pinned. Maybe, you know, that's an idea. Anyway, airstrike's calling in the back. That's causing some issue. Luckily, Centaur is shooting him down pretty quickly. Blob's pushing on left. I believe there's still a mine there. Or, no, it already exploded. Alright, never mind. I thought the mine was there. Guess not. Allied. Wow, never mind. That's a Pack 40. Okay, cool. Germans, the Allies hopefully grabbed German equipment. Oh, Commando. Alright, here's some good kills. We got one squad wipe on a Bode. Second one almost happened. Luckily, Chris comes in with a Vet 4 Jaeger squad. Holy crap. 28 kills, 25 on the other one. Not too shabby. Anyway, American forces trying to hold the fuel. Airstrikes are currently neutralized from the Centaur, so good use there. Maybe not get 2 or 3. Unless it's a big map, then you, of course, want to cover each sector. Like, left, mid, right. Especially on, like, maps like the Enforced. That is so massive, you probably need a lot more coverage with anti-air. So it's good to have someone with cheap anti-air, like the half-track, or maybe the American one. Though if you're under fire, the Centaur is not a bad choice. Great job with the Panzerwerfer. A lot of AT fire currently coming on in. By God, that's a lot. I just realized how many Oswinds there are. Jesus Christ. Well, luckily one of them died, so that's good. The problem is there's a lot of them. And I'm assuming they're trying to figure out a way to push into Allied lines. So they're like, okay, the right was a bit hairy, but what if, just go with me here, what if we push on the left-hand side? Well, the Jackson and the double Firefly and everything else are still going to wreck you, and you're charging on in, not terribly, but unless I'm missing something, I feel like a lot of these units are about to die. Especially from Kudar, who has the ability to fire rockets. By God, fire the rockets. He is firing the rockets. Thank you, Kudar. It annihilates a Stug. Oswin is about to croak. Stug is barely making it out alive. The Oswin died. The second Oswin, or third at this point, because literally the last one died only a minute ago, also died. Germans throwing it like no one's business. And yeah, Pioneers are trying to go for the equipment. At least they get a AT gun operational. The problem is looking the wrong way, and it's a lighter defensive one rather than the Pack 40, which I feel like is way more aggressive. Especially since the other one can't camouflage and move at the same time. But yeah, Allies still doing decently well. Artillery, though, raining down fire. And by God, he has 3 artillery pieces opening fire. Do you have enough, man? Stuka Bomb knocks out the building. I don't see any dead American forces, so I think he missed that hit. Yeah, this is where... I'd say this is where I like the howitzer, in theory, would be a great idea. But they need to hit. Alright, still relatively alive. Barely. But so scattered. Come on. Yeah, that's my problem with that thing. It's just so scattered that it's like you have to be as lucky as a B4 shot for it to hit something. God. Anyway. Point of the matter is, they're grabbing the... Well, hopefully they're grabbing the munition point. Oh, there we go. At least that got decrewed. That's a small win, I'll say. We do have a big flank with Fallschirmjägers coming on in along the side. Howitzers are pretty much open targets right now. And yeah, they're on the move. They could activate Valiant Assault to move a little quicker. But I feel like he just wants to save the munitions and use them for grenades and or smoke to hit this MG. Yeah, probably bundle, I assume, for payback. And yeah, he got payback all right. He absolutely... Cluster bomb coming in. And the Fallschirmjägers are taking their sweet time, which may cost them greatly. Barely makes it out, even though he has 3 models, very low on health. There goes the Centaur. Oh my god, a double Panther? I mean, that's not bad for Chris, especially after all the damage they took. I'm assuming some of the cash is probably helping. But anyway, point is, at least he has some Panthers. Problem is the Allies have a lot of tank destroyers. But he has AT backing them up, so at least, you know, tank destroyers will be shredded as well. We have MG in a building that just fell apart. Good. Stern Pioneers falling on back with some infantry. Let's see. Howitzer as well. Still opening fire, but I feel like they do need something to guard their flank. If a simple fighting position would be huge. But anyway, Abode losing quite a bit of his men, and Apu also losing quite a number of his, down to a single Stug after that whole army, and most of it's repairs. So yeah, he's really just fully support. He's just trying to keep the Axis alive in terms of repairs. I thought the Allies would be dominated, and to be fair, they are in a sense, especially with certain players, but at the very least, it looks like the Axis are equally having some players that are a little short. That being said, we do have this guy who's got literally the arty focus, which is annoying. And then we also have, what was it, Chris? Yeah, Chris is doing everything he can. At the very least, he has some pretty damn powerful infantry. And as well, the good news is at least the Axis are putting down constant recon to identify key targets and hopefully keep the enemy back. Looks like though the Americans are advancing. Kraken going for the capture point. This unit died, I'm assuming, from a rifle grenade. Not too shabby. Remember, these guys are camouflaged so they can hide and fire rifle grenades from the safety of, well, not being seen in close range. So that way they can almost guarantee of a faster shot to a target. Not too shabby. Good use. Anyway, Volk Squad trying to burn the commandos, but commandos are having none of it. Apu is also just left. Oh my god. That is bad. That's really freaking bad. Although, Apu currently just lost everything. And a plane crash almost knocked out the Firefly, so okay. Once again, I feel like the German Air Force in this is not happy. It's definitely not happy. God. Anyway, Major being developed. Recon going out. Again, this could be opportunity for Chris to counterattack. AT gun trying to put shots on the Panzer IV. Another shot, at least they're keeping him back. And yeah, Allied forces doing a decent job of taking over more and more territory. But again, we'll see how effective they are. I'm hopeful for the Axis that they're able to like counter and do a major hit. But it'll be interesting to see. Panthers putting shots on the Firefly. Jagdpanzer as well moving on in with the Panzer IV. They might be able to finish it off. It is very low. He's going in. It's very risky on his part, but he gets the Firefly. Not a bad kill, especially with that kind of Firefly. I believe it had a rocket, again, with the rocket attachment and stuff like that, it definitely cost and put a lot of energy into that one. AT gun about to be decrewed. Infantry pushing up by a Bode. Panther covering the side against the Jacksons, but the infantry is being shredded by Chris' infantry. So overall, I'm seeing a possibility for a springboard action across the board. Remember, these Oswinds are essentially built or made by the AI, so essentially count them as useless and or support. Best way to describe them would be like grunts in Halo. Grunts are fine, they'll take hits, but don't expect them to advance or do anything that's really meaningful. Unless you're on Legendary and then you activate the skulls with the bigger explosions, then that could be an issue. Smoke coming down to hopefully make the Panzer IV get out alive, but in that situation, they forgot about the right-hand side, and yeah, they got owned pretty hard. Greyhound trying to put some pressure on as well. Alas, gonna have a little issue, but at the very least, might be able to knock out this Oswind. Not enough damage. We do have artillery, something coming on in. Hold on. Oh, close air support. Alright, I messed up by mispronouncing that name, but by God, after that hit, sure, why not? Close air support it is. Anyway, yeah, so, oh my God, there's so many planes. There's so many planes. They did activate close air support, and they activated, airborne assaults. So yeah, all the planes are currently running through the sky, just causing bombs. I don't think they expected a kamikaze, but alright. Sure. There are currently 5 planes in the sky right now, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of German air support. And good timing as well, because with all that coming on in, that's pushing the Allies back and allowing an opportunity for a major push. Chris is taking the left-hand side in a lot of the key areas. There's a small little counterattack going on, but not really much. A lot of infantry by 6 Rocket died in those strikes. Stu trying to make it out. Luckily, double 6-pounder is going to hopefully annihilate the damn thing. Unless he gets into the smoke, then it might... Oh, never mind. I love jinxing it. I truly do. Anyway, our Pathfinder pulling on back. We have a Jackson that's basically just randomly firing at infantry. Sure. Germans and Allies pretty close on VPs, but again, the Germans now have triple VPs, which is the main issue. By the way, you have 4 artillery pieces, mind you. My God, that's currently pounding the enemy. Sherman advancing on a Panther, which has its rear aimed at, well, the Allied armor. So that's a key issue. Okay, how about this? How about focus priority on vehicles? Let's go with that idea. Maybe that will help you take out the vehicles. Jagdpanzer definitely taking some hits now, thank God, as they prioritize. Although another shot from the other Jagdpanzer does knock out its main weapon. Captain coming on in. Firefly hopefully gets a shot on target. Wait, it's very low. He needs to get the hell out or rocket the damn thing. Not enough to kill it. And Firefly barely makes it out, hopefully alive. Captain trying to help out. There's something coming on in here, but what could it be? It is... Hold on. Cluster bomb. Snipers may die. Oh, wait, no, the tree saved it. Nice job. They killed the half-track, and that man tried to escape. We have a small counterattack by 6 Rocket, but I don't know how effective it's going to be. They're moving up against all the Chris's infantry, and I just think that with the veterancy and everything else, they're A, going to survive a lot longer, and B, they can take the hit. Because they can take the hits, they can kind of run up and do the damage. Anyway, Sherman trying to break this guy. Again, he does have explosive rounds, so he will do it, but the Panzer IV is going to move on in. Jackson needs to decrew itself, by God, and get up and running again. Kraken doesn't have enough for a direct strike anymore. Yeah, it looks like the Allies are pretty much pushed back across the board. And American force just trying to hold, but being shredded still. Jackson's, though, easily pushing back the Panther. Blob over here would be great if one howitzer comes on in, or a grenade. Alas, the captain does not have the ability to fire said grenade, which is unfortunate. What's also unfortunate is the amount of artillery currently raining down fire over here. By God. Yeah, so that's 4 RD pieces, each with a grand total of about, what, 25 kills or something small. We do have a Panzer IV moving on in. Airstrike comes on in, kind of hits that random thing. Just a piece of shrub, nothing major. German forces easily advancing. Oh my God, I was going to say, are they about to lose to Jackson? No, they do not lose to Jackson, and he's relatively fine. Though, again, the Axis will hopefully hold on to that point with AT. Again, the fact you're fighting at infantry, well, you probably have gotten some kills. Not exactly a high effective rate. Jackson being neutralized. Centaur being beat back. Like, the Allies are just ill-coordinated at this point. They feel like France in 1940. They just don't know what to do. Or I should be very specific. The French command has no idea what the fuck to do. The infantry are like, just tell us what to do. And once again, we have another kamikaze strike, this time aiming at the ambulance. At least this time, though, it didn't kill the Jackson, so that's positive. Anyway, Jagdpanzer putting pressure on the Churchill, which, again, Allies in general, they're like the low 50s on average, while the Axis are currently in the... Well, okay, the normal human players are like in the upper 80s. Everyone else is like... unfortunately, once you add in the AI, it's a little worse. Hold on, a lot of AT fire. Panther could go down. Nope, Jackson goes down instead by the double Jagdpanzer. Just doing a lot of work. And yeah, they're driving the Axis back pretty effectively. But Axis pushing in other areas. Mortar carriage being deployed. And yeah, 6 Rocket has nothing left, losing all of his tank destroyers in just quick hits by either the Jagdpanzers or Panther strikes or the air strikes or you name it, or maybe just, you know, kamikazes. But anyway, I thought the Allies were coming back, especially with Apu leaving, but no, it's It looks like it's going to be GG. Yeah, and they surrender. They absolutely surrender. They still had time, I think, if they would have reorganized themselves. I just think they were so disorganized. It's not even funny. Their literal disorganization led to death. I mean, among other things. But, yeah, that's not a bad game. Now, I will say this. I know I say don't add AI, but because of the fact it was in only the last, like, 20%, 15% of the game, I don't mind as much. If it was like in the first 5 minutes, I have a problem with. I just don't like casting AI games in general. But Apu left. He kind of lost everything, so he didn't have a huge impact. I would say though, what really did it was just the airstrikes. Literally calling in both of these airstrikes at the same time, like just lit the sky with German planes and really helped the Germans push on through. So really great effort there. And then yeah, just hilarious incidents aside, some good plays overall. Great preservation by Chris. 40 kills with that one squad, probably more, all things considered. Volk squad 19 kills. AGS, let's see, their overall artillery, I will say this is kind of lackluster. I think he got like 25 kills on average. Apu lost everything in his push, and Abode, yeah, I mean, like, he did pretty good, 28 kills. So, oh, yeah, overall for the Allies, the Axis, not too shabby, especially with the Jagdpanzer. By God, good work there. Allies, different story. You definitely need to work on unit preservation and strategy and tactic and pushing. I felt like Six Rocket and Kudar were the most competent players, but even they, like, while they did bust down Chris's forces, it's because he was fighting 2 against 1. The other, like, again, if I have to point out, Abode was busy elsewhere. He was in mid a lot of the time. He did send some forces over, and like now he's helping, but overall he was kind of doing his own thing in mid. Meanwhile, you had Kuder and Six Rocket just putting so much pressure. I mean, Kuder had some med and mid, but most of it was like trying to help. So just a little bit of stuff right there. Also, by God, did your mattress get anything? I don't think it did. Anyway, let's double check that. Yeah, 6 pounder, and of course it bug splats. God dang it. Oh, but on that note, thank you guys for watching. Once again, thank you to Chris for submitting this replay. Very kind of you, good sir. And yeah, submit your replays to greyshotproductions@gmail.com, and I'll take a look. But otherwise, this has been Greyshot17. I'll see all of you next time. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and before I go, I want to give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Milam, Joey G240, Anton, Bishara, Ion, PyroShark, Ace, and Jakub Ocwieja. Seriously guys, thank you so much for your amazing support, especially over the past month. Been through a lot of personal hurdles, but you guys make it a little easier knowing that you guys support me. And same thing with the patrons down below. This has been Greyshot17 and his amazing patrons, and I'll see all of you next time.